I'm one of those who have been waiting so long for the compact version of the renowned Logitech MX Keys, and it's finally here. However, upon close look, I wasn't 100% satisfied, and so were the others, for good reason. So in this episode, we'll be talking specifically about that, about the reasons why you might think twice before dropping some money for the Logitech MX Keys Mini. So before anything, I want to make sure that all bases are covered. Logitech releases variations for specific audiences for their top-of-the-line peripherals. So for example, the MX Keys, the full-size one, has a regular version, which has both Windows and Mac layouts printed on the keys, and it has a Mac version, which only has Mac layout printed on the keys, and then there's the for business version. So each variation has differences, but we're not gonna cover those here. But the fact that they're releasing variations for these products is kind of relevant for the discussion that we're going to have. So I'm pointing that out. Okay, so reason number one, let's start with the minor one. Key layout. This keyboard is missing the big four keys, page up, page down, home, and end. I don't know if you guys use this frequently, but if you're one of those who utilize these buttons on their day-to-day workflow, then you're definitely gonna miss this on the MX Keys Mini. One can argue that, well, it's supposed to be a compact keyboard, and yeah, fair point. Most of Logitech and Apple's compact keyboard doesn't have these four buttons, but that doesn't have to be the case. For example, the Keychron K3, which is as compact as these keyboards, has those four buttons. Speaking of K3, that compact keyboard has full-size arrow keys, something the MX Keys Mini also doesn't have. But to be fair, the MX Keys Mini has a special key that most external keyboards don't have, and that is the mic, mute, and unmute, which is really useful these days that we're using teleconferencing applications on a day-to-day basis. So I guess we can forgive it for not having full-sized keys and the page up, page down, end, and home buttons. Reason number two, it doesn't come with a USB receiver. To some, this might not look like a big of a problem, but in the past 6 years, I've been using Logitech mouse and or keyboard that uses both Bluetooth and or USB receiver. And in my experience, although Bluetooth is really good, when compared to the USB receiver, it just doesn't really beat it. Connection reliability, ease of reconnecting, and just general user experience of connecting your mouse to your or keyboard to your computer, the USB receiver really is just a better option between the two. And worth noting that the full-size MX Keys actually comes with a free USB receiver, which takes us to the next issue, and that is the MX Keys Mini costs the same as the full-size MX Keys, despite being smaller and not having a free USB receiver. So that's an unfortunate double whammy. And reason number four, to make things even worse, the MX Keys Mini isn't compatible with Logitech unifying receiver, which most of us probably already have. If you don't want or can't use Bluetooth for some reason, then you're gonna have to spend another $15 on top of your $99 to get the all-new Logitech Bolt receiver. So it's not unifying, it's Bolt. So as it turns out, the MX Keys Mini, both the Mac and Windows version, use the Bolt standard instead of the universal unifying standard. And that's right, the Bolt standard is not backwards compatible with the unifying standard, so Bolt devices can't connect to unifying receivers. So you can't use your existing unifying receivers and pair it with this new Bolt devices. And to add to the confusion, the MX Keys full size uses the unifying standard. So a little bit more on this Bolt standard. It turns out Bolt is Logitech's new standard or protocol, which is enterprise-centric, and you can find this connection for their for business variants. Remember I mentioned earlier about the variants. There's the regular, there's the for Mac, and then there's the for business. This is where it comes in. The business variants usually have the Bolt protocol, but now they're using it on the regular and for Mac MX Keys Mini, which is really weird because the MX Keys full size, both the for Mac and the regular version for Windows and Mac, use the unifying standard. Upon reading further, there's not much difference between unifying and Bolt. It has the same 10-meter range, same nano USB size receivers, will work with Logi Options and Logi Flow, pairs fast, is reliable, and has the same max connected devices of 6. Only difference I can find is that 1, Bolt is apparently better performing in congested areas such as in a big office with a lot of people, and 2, Bolt is apparently safer than unifying standard. By how much safer, I don't know. And honestly, I don't have the capacity to test the security of these standards. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the MX Keys Mini is a bad product, because I think it's far from that. It's just that, one, it has unfortunate shortcomings, especially relative to its bigger brother, the full-size MX Keys, which is close to perfect, if not perfect. And number two, it has questionable aspects like the pricing. Why does it cost the same as its bigger brother, the full-size MX Keys? And its receiver compatibility. Why did they decide to use both instead of unifying, which is the universal standard for many years? And why did they not include a bolt receiver when they know for a fact that most people don't have a bolt receiver because most of us have the unifying receiver? So just putting these reasons out there for you to consider and make a better informed decision before dropping $99 and $15 for the MX Keys Mini and bolt receiver if you want a USB receiver. Well, anyway, that's just my opinion. What do you think about the MX Keys Mini? Is it a good deal? Is it a bad deal? Comment below and let's get talking. If this was helpful, hit the like button so others can find this video. If you loved it, subscribe for more. You can also follow me on Instagram if you want. That's it. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.